This is a really happy moment for us because we've been funding research for over 30 years. And we started at the Brigham with a grant to Dennis Selko's lab, and then we expanded to Mass General. And when we founded our foundation in '97, we took about 3 years to define our focus with some of our children. And we picked philanthropy that we felt proud of and the science we felt proud of. My husband's a political junkie. We've given scholarships to the Kennedy School for appointed and elected officials in this region, and the people who've had those appointments are impressive. And we also decided as a foundation to do a lot of work in public policy with Harvard, Suffolk University, and now Boston College. And we give an art prize. But, and then we expanded, we started at the Brigham, we went to Mass General, and we went to McLean Hospital. And we wanted to focus on what we felt were really intractable diseases, neurologic disease and mental illness. And we've always envisioned somehow bringing the scientists together, because we have scientists come to us from the 3 different places, but we've never connected them. So this is very exciting to us, and I want to thank our staff, our foundation staff, and I want to thank the steering committee and Mass General for doing such a beautiful job of hosting this event. And we had representatives from Mass General and the Brigham and McLean. So just huge thanks to everyone who made this possible. It was very exciting this evening for us to hear people who've been fellows from 2002, from the 1980s, from very recently, and hearing how the work we helped fund really impacted their research, their lives. And our goal in philanthropy is having impact. And so this evening has been enormously exciting to us because we're actually hearing some of the impact. But I have to warn you that some of our foundation members, some of our staff will be getting back to some of you for some of the quotes and information that we heard informally. We also love the idea that Jacob suggested of seeing how we already have enormous connections. There are a lot of people who aren't in this room tonight who also are part of that universe. So we'll try to explore that further. But we're really the grateful ones. Our goal was to support talent, and this evening has been a wonderful expression of how we're making a dent in that dream. Jerry?
Well, thank you. And I really do want to thank all the Rappaport scholars and Rappaport fellows who are here. It's not a bad legacy to have, to have participated in some way in the excitement that you brought to core research. You know, I go back a long time. We were sitting here at Mass General Hospital. When we started, Mass General Hospital was known as a great hospital, but it wasn't a great research institute. When we started, Alzheimer's was a disease which was named, but which had no core basic research done to it. And Phyllis said that we focused on the intractable diseases. What we really focused on were the diseases that were off the radar screen. There wasn't any core research going down in Alzheimer's. And mental health involved a couch and understanding what the ego and the id were doing. So to some extent, you may not realize how much progress you have made over the 20 or 30 years, and how much progress is going on each and every year that you do, because the techniques are so amazing. So for me to be able to walk down and to see the EGRAMs, I mean, it's a whole new technology for me. But for me to be able to walk down and see what you had been able to put onto the screen to summarize what was being done, and then to listen to each of you articulately express in words that I didn't completely understand, but which clearly gave one an insight into what you were working on. And the thing that I think is most important is that 35 years ago, when we gave our first grant at the Brigham and Women's Hospital to Dennis Sokol, who, my mother had Alzheimer's. And the thought that I had at the time, and I read my letter from 1984, was that the thing that was most important was to prevent that disease and to stop it from impacting others. It wasn't just to give for the care. And the major part of it was to get young people to get encouraged and committed to this kind of research. So that the one thing that we did do, and you can list from our partners, is choose good partners and have them choose the best and the brightest from their group to do core research. And it, you know, our contribution, you know, we're not, in today's world, our wealth is modest. But at the time when you're 23 and 26 and you get $15, $25, $35 or $50,000, it has an impact in terms of what individuals were able to do to not only do their research, but to make their applications for the grants. And today, the proudest thing we have is that so many of the heads of different departments here at Mass General are now Rappaport Fellows. And our goal is for each of you to carry on that tradition with pride. And above all, the thing that we have done, or that we're interested in, and throughout what we do, is to breaking down the silos that separate departments within a great hospital, hospitals within a great city, and hospitals from the universities. And that's what I hope we're beginning tonight to do. Because I think what is clear as you listen to the research is that work that each of you is doing is overlapping in many ways with some of the other people who are here, and you don't communicate with them. And you don't have a real format to enrich each other. So this is a process. You know, I'm 92. I know the white functions aren't going as well according to the status. So I really, with Phyllis and the foundation, give to all of you the responsibility of carrying on the great work that you're doing. So thank you.